it's me, Shannon B for BrownGirlBella, back to bring you more lips, lashes, and luxury. Today I was inspired by some of my favorite content creators who came up with an idea to share some McGrath Magic with their viewers. So they went through their arsenal and they each picked a palette and they talked about what they loved from Pat McGrath and some things that they didn't love so much from Pat. I said, while no one called moi, I thought I would jump in and give my own take on the situation using Mothership number 4, since one of my wonderful subscribers and family, you know, you guys are all my family, so my Bellas gifted me one of the palettes, and that was the Star Wars Mothership IV Decadence. So I decided, well, since this was the stepchild of the group and they didn't pick her and they didn't pick moi, let's join up together. Mwah! Let's go with some of the hits and some of the misses from Mother Pat. Okay, we're actually going to start off with a miss, because although I do love the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Primer, I like the way it feels on my skin, and I like that it has some moisturizing properties. But what I'm not a fan of is the actual packaging. I think it's very cheaply made. It looks like construction paper wrapped around a bottle. It's not centered. It's not even, if you can see it, it's not even flushed next to the other piece so that it looks like one seamless thing. It really looks like something I could have thrown together. So not really a fan of the packaging. And although I like the primers, it's not something that I reach for all the time. So for that reason, I'm not really as much of a fan of that one as I am of her other products. The brushes that I got from doing the system, which includes Mother's foundation, which I will talk about why I have 2, as well as her powder. Okay, so when I first got the system and I first got the foundations, I got these brushes because I never tried any of Pat's brushes and I wanted to try them out. After I tried them out, I wasn't really a fan. I use them because they cost a pretty penny, so I'm going to get my money's worth. And they're not scratchy, they're not harsh against the skin, although they are synthetic fibers. I said, listen, if I'm going to pay as much money as I paid for them, I'm going to use them. So I do. And the reason why I have 2 foundations is because one is actually number 21, which is kind of my winter shade, and the other one is number 24, which I would say is more of my summer shade. But when I put them both together, they actually look very, very nice on my skin. So while I'm not a fan of buying 2 to get the perfect color, I'm glad that I have them because together they do look very, very nice on the skin. Now, will I continue to buy 2? I'm not sure. I don't think I would. I think I can deal with number 24 and make it as light as I need to in the areas around my face that I want to be a little lighter. I think maybe I will do that. But while I have them both, I decided, why not? Let's do them both. I love the way it feels on the skin. It does feel very skin-like. It gives you a nice skin-like finish, which I do appreciate, especially on those days where I don't really want to wear a lot of makeup. I kind of just want my face to look very much pulled together and bright. But I have to admit, this is a formula that grew on me very fast, very, very quickly. And now it's one of the ones that I reach for when I was going to work daily. This would definitely be something that I would put on for a daily look. If you are combination or oily, I think this is a great foundation for you because it really does kind of pull you in, suck you in. But if you are dry or sensitive, you may not like this because I believe alcohol is the 4th ingredient in this formula, which means it's pretty high on the ingredients list, and it might exacerbate any skin conditions you may have if your skin is sensitive or dry. So I wouldn't recommend it for those reasons, but if you are combination or oily, I would definitely give this a try, especially if you're looking for that skin-like finish. The other thing that I love from Mother Pat is her new concealers. I ordered the number 24 because I have the 24 in the foundation, but I also ordered 21 with the complete set because I wanted to try her brushes for that as well, which I heard were phenomenal. I have not gotten those yet, but when I do, I will definitely share that with you, my thoughts and opinions on it. But 24, I love. I don't need a whole lot, which I can appreciate because it's $30, so it's a pretty penny. But because you don't need a whole lot to do what you need to do for under eye, I love it because then I'm not using a whole lot of product. Before I go underneath the eye, I want to just powder my face with Pat's powder. I also like this powder. Even though you don't have a lot to work with compared to other powders, I do love the finish it gives me. And combined with the foundation, it really does look beautiful on the skin. So I just buffed that all the way through. So for under eyes, I don't have Mother Pat's powder for the concealer. So I'm just going to use my go-to, which is Fenty Beauty. And this is in the shade Cashew. So I just use that for under eye. So if you don't have Mother's powder, fret not, because it works well with many different powders. I use this powder from Fenty Beauty. I've used Laura Mercier's powder underneath. I've even used Ciate London's powder underneath the eyes. All worked very fine with it. So don't be afraid to experiment if you don't have her powder. You can make use of whatever powder you have underneath the eyes and also all around the skin as well if you want to save some money. So now let's move on to the eyes. So first we're going to prime the eye. And I'm just using something from Maybelline. This is my go-to for right now. I really enjoy using that concealer. And then I just take a synthetic brush and I just smooth out the product all over the eyes. Since Mother also does not have any brow products, I'm going to go ahead with my tried and true, the Benefit. We're going to use the Foolproof Brow Powder for this look. Alright, so now we are ready for the star of the show. This is the limited edition Star Wars collection of the Mothership IV The Decadence. And because it is a collector's item, it is in a beautiful golden case, but with the same beautiful shadows that the original has. And let's see, there's so many beautiful colors in here. I don't even know which one I want to start with first, but I love the fact that there are no mattes in here, so it's going to be a shimmer look for sure with these. So let's see what I want to do. I think I'm going to work in this quad right here, these four. I'm going to start with this color right here. Which is Divine Mink. And I'm going to put Divine Mink all over the eye. And what I'm using to put it on is the Jumbo Blender by Miss Sonia G. It's one of my favorite brushes from her Sky set. And what I love mostly about using Mother shadows is that it's very blendable. I can take any shadow from any one of her Motherships and do a complete eye look that will never be boring. Her shadows always excites me. And even those who are not makeup wearers or are very shy about which colors to use, I will tell you, you cannot go wrong with any of her Motherships. Every single one of them, in my opinion, are phenomenal. I'm going to take now Blue Blood, which is the color above Divine Mink. And I'm just going to throw that with the same Jumbo Blender into the crease. Just to define it a little bit more. Same with the other eye. And I'm also going to pull that around to the under eye area and start to connect it to the top. Okay. With a smaller brush, this is the Rougher 02. I'm going to now take Lapis Luxury, which is this blue shade here, and I'm just going to put that in the middle and connect it with Blue Blood. And finally, taking the flat definer brush, I'm going to go into this pinky color here, which is called Inferno. I'm going to pick that color up. Oh, can't see it. It's this color right here, Inferno. We're going to pick that up. And we're going to put that in the inner corner. And we're going to wrap it around to connect with Blue Blood. Now we'll finish off the look with some liner and lashes. I'm gonna take a liquid liner. I don't have any by Mother Pat, so this one is by Tarte. Then we'll just throw on some lashes. So Mother Pat does have a mascara, but the mascara that she made did absolutely nothing for my lashes, and they are puny enough as it is. So I did need help in that regard, and Mother Pat's, unfortunately, her mascara did not do it for me. So I'm gonna go in with the Milk Kush mascara for my bottom lashes. And also to blend my falsies. So Mother also does not have any bronzer, and I don't have her highlighter, and she doesn't have a blush. So for bronzer, I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty, and I'm going to use the same brush from Mother Pat. Blush, I'm going to use a cream blush from NARS to my cheeks. And since I do not have Mother's highlighter, but I did want to use something from her line that was a little bit more blingy, I'm going to use this number 16, and I'm going to go into her other palette that I love. This one is Golden Opulence. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to take this shade right down here, which is called Eternal Opulence. And I'm going to use that as my highlighter. Blend that out with my finger. And what's left, I will put it above my brow bone. And a little bit on my forehead. You know, I love to shine up my nose. I'm going to put a little bit down the center of my nose. And my Cupid's bow. And then for lipstick, I'm going to first line my lips with a little MAC Chestnut. And then for lipstick, I'm going to put a little bit of her Lust gloss, and this is in Los Angeles. And I'm going to combine it with her new Opulus gloss, and this one is in Dreamscape. This is one of her minis. And here is the finished look. Again, I want to thank all of the content creators. I will link all of their videos that inspired this look below in my description box. So me and my fellow underdog, the Mothership IV Decadence, wish that you love this video. Give it a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Hit me in the comment section below if you love this look and you want to see more of me playing back some palettes that I love. I'm going to be doing this playback series often on my channel, so let me know what you want to see me play back. Until next time, you've been Bellified.